everyone, welcome back to my channel and happy Canada Day. If you guys are celebrating, be safe. This is our big 150, so yay Canada. I am wearing, in honor of Canada Day, this nice Le Marc Saut Rouge by Marc Jacobs in honor of the occasion. I guess I should have worn a Canadian brand, but I didn't think. However, I do have some awesome tidbits of Canada, and some of those tidbits can lead into some story times later down the road, because there's a story time where I nearly died. There's the story time where I met the Queen. There are lots, and they are all awesome story times that I can't wait to tell you guys, so keep that in mind. So, we're going to start off with little fun tidbits. We're going to go. We eat 55% more Kraft dinner than our neighbors to the south. Americans, for those of you who don't know. We harvest icebergs in Newfoundland and Labrador for vodka. Apparently we're a drinking country. We're the garter snake capital of the world. That's not one that I really want to be proud of. Especially those people who are afraid of snakes. We have more donut shops per capita than anywhere else in the world. Amazing, right? We supply a third of the world's French fries. Think about that for a second. A third of the world's French fries. Wow, that's a lot of French fries. Canadians do not find "say a" for me to be particularly funny. I do, Hermie. I'm looking at you. But no, most of them don't. Just doesn't bother me. A form of baseball was played just outside of Toronto, Ontario, 3 weeks before Alexander Doubleday played the first game of baseball in the U.S. Our national animal is the beaver. We spell words differently than our Americans do. Honor, valor, defense, neighbor, color, center, and other words that are from the British way of speaking. And the last letter of the alphabet, we say Z, whereas other Americans and other people say Z. Our national sport is not hockey, it's lacrosse. See, I didn't know that. The border between Canada and the U.S. holds the title of the world's longest undefended border. Canada has 6 time zones. It spans across coast to coast, east to west, west to east, whatever. Canada's coastline borders on the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic Oceans. The length of its coastline is 243,791 kilometers, the longest coastline of any country. And the way I said that funny was because they have 243 and 791 completely away from each other. So I'm going to say 243,791 kilometers, the longest coastline of any country. 20% of the world's fresh water is in Canada. Canada is the second largest country in the world, the largest being Russia. 80% of the world's maple syrup is made in Canada. Nikki Murphy. We got rid of our dollar bill in 1987 and introduced the loonie. And boy, did we get razzed for that. And following that, February 19, 1996, the toonie took over and we said bye-bye to the $2 bill. The British Commonwealth is now known as the Commonwealth of Nations, and we are still part of that. And that is where I get into talking about how I met the Queen in 1986 for the British Commonwealth in Vancouver, BC, Stanley Park, to be exact. That's a good story time. Awesome. Our Prime Minister is the handsome Justin Trudeau, and he is the 23rd Prime Minister of Canada, and the only one where there was a father and son, because Pierre Trudeau, his father, who passed in September 2000, was the 16th Prime Minister of Canada. And he was the Prime Minister from 1968 to 1979, and from 1980 to 1984. He was the 15th Prime Minister. Manitoba is the Slurpee capital of the world 17 years in a row, consecutive to 2016. This year, if we win, it'll be 18 consecutive years. Pretty much since that whole contest started. Canadian famous people, if you will, are among some Avril Lavigne, Drake, Shania Twain, the Guess Who, William Shatner, for you Star Trek fans, Captain Kirk, James Cameron, Ellen Page, Joshua Jackson, there's lots. Our Canadian flag was inaugurated in February 15th, 1965, and that's when it took over this look right here. In Churchill, Manitoba, the number of polar bears equals the number of residents. I didn't know that. Saskatchewan is the only province that does not participate in daylight savings time, and the only smart province, because I hate the time change. Get rid of it. We don't need it. It stinks. My body doesn't like it. Winnipeg, where I live, Portage and Main, is the intersection in the middle of downtown, and it is considered to be the windiest and coldest spot in Canada. Yay. I don't go there in the winter. Every province has their own flag. No, I'm not gonna put them up for you. What else? So we just celebrated our 150th, July 1st, 2017. And that is a huge, huge milestone. The Queen, what's I going to say about the Queen? I can't remember. Anyways, I don't want to bore you too much because I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this are not Canadian, but I just thought I would share some of the cool tidbits that I know and I digged up for you guys. Like I said, I have some story times I can tell you in regards to meeting the Queen, in regards to dying, very close to, and that would be in Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia. where they have a lighthouse that used to be a running post office. That's another tidbit. And that's on Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia, which is way, way east. And I grew up in the way, way west in Vancouver, BC. And now I'm kind of in the middle. Winnipeg is considered central Canada. We run on the central time zone. Like I said, we have 6 time zones running from west to east, and we are central. So there's Vancouver is 2 hours behind us, and Nova Scotia would be 2 hours ahead of us, except for Newfoundland, which is oddball, and they are 2.5 hours. I don't know. They wanted to be different. And there you have it, my friends. Sorry I didn't get this up yesterday. I am still recovering from a really, really bad migraine. I can barely speak. I woke up with it and it lasted the entire day, and I still have pain behind my eyeballs. So that's why this is a little bit late for you guys, but I wanted to come on here and put it up because I promised I would, and I never break my promise. Sorry for my voice too. It's just been a bad couple of days. Anybody who suffers from migraines knows how debilitating they can be. Anyways, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't already. You know all that jazz. I love you. You're beautiful. Don't forget that. Keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.